Hello quilt artisans, my name is Shonda and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. So I'm here today with an unboxing, actually a double unboxing. I just got my GE Quilt Designs package, but about a week, maybe more, I got my Stashin with Stephanie package and I just haven't opened it. So this is the February Stashin with Stephanie. I'm gonna start with that since it's the oldest. It was a little late being sent out because there were fabric issues, supply issues and stuff like that. So, but in the interim, while we were waiting, I happened to get a sneak peek. And because I had already seen the fabric, I really wasn't in a rush to open the package because it was no longer a surprise. So I'm going to go ahead and get it open so I know what we're getting. Alright, so the way this subscription works is we get 10 fat quarters. The cost of the subscription is $29.95. And yeah, we get 10 fat quarters and a pattern that she designs every month to go with the fabric. When you subscribe, you get access to all of the prior patterns. There's probably about 20 of them out there. So you just go in and you download them. Now, there are patterns in the past historically that she has chosen to later put into a book. Now, once she puts those patterns into a book, if you are a new subscriber, you no longer have access to that pattern unless you buy the book. But if you are an existing subscriber and you've already downloaded the pattern, then that remains yours forever, even though it's in the book. So let's go ahead and get this open. Okay, so I know the name of the line. That's how it comes packaged. It used to come loose. It didn't used to come wrapped in plastic. I'm glad that it does now. But actually it doesn't really matter to me because I have to open it up to show you guys the fabric. But it's a nice little touch, nice upgrade that it comes in the plastic. It used to just come like this in the envelope. Now this does look better in person than it did on camera. I will say that. So this is called More Pie by Dana Willard for Figo Fabrics. And we get different bundles based upon the first letter of our last name. So my last name starts with a C, so I always get bundle A. If your last name starts with a K, you're always going to get bundle B. And if your last name starts with a W, you're always going to get bundle C. So she did that, I think, because if you do want to order additional fabric, so you can go on her website and you can buy a finishing kit which gives you the missing fat quarters that you need for the pattern plus the background and the binding, or you can just go on and buy additional fabric of whatever you want within that line, and you get 25% off. If you log in using your user ID and password, you get 25% off any additional fabric that's in the line. So that's kind of neat. So for me, since I know I'm always going to get bundle A, if my mail is delayed and I want to order the finishing kit, I know that I need to order the finishing kit for bundle A. Or specifically if I want to see, sorry, I'm trying to get this knot out, guys. If I want to get additional fabric, like fill in the missing fat quarters from the collection, I can look at bundle A and then know what I'm getting and then know what I need to fill in the collection. So I'm going to show you guys the pattern as best I can. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you the back page. It's better to see it. It's basically all half square triangles. There's the quilt. There's the layout. Literally 100% constructed from half square triangles. So if y'all know me, if y'all been watching my videos, if you follow me in my quilt journey, then y'all know I won't be making this because I am not finna square up. Let's see, to make the lap size, let's see here. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's just for the crib. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. What's 12 times 16? I can't do math in my head anymore, y'all. So just for the crib size, I'd be squaring up 192 half square triangles for the crib size. yeah, I don't feel like doing that at this particular point in my quilt journey, so I won't be making this. The crib size uses 5 fat quarters. The lap uses 15 and 3.5 yards of background. The queen uses 23 and the king uses 26. Yeah, so to do the crib is 192, and for the lap you can pretty much more than double. So it would be in excess of 400 half square triangles. So this is a cute pattern. It's really good for a beginner, right? Because you're literally making the same unit. You are making a half square triangle, and then you are putting it together with other half square triangles. Well, you're going to square it up, I'm sure, and then put it together with other half square triangles to make a block. That is very beginner friendly, but not something that I feel like doing. Looks like these half square triangles finish at 3.5 inches. So that would be over 400, potentially 500 half square triangles to make a lap size quilt. So I won't be making that. Let me show you guys the fabric. So here's our first one. Nice floral. Different type of floral. Here we have some bananas. Here we have kind of an orange with cream colored specks. This one's cute. We have these acorns on a dark teal background. And we have this, some type of berries on leaves or something. I don't know what you call it. And then we have this horseshoe print on like a tawny type color. It's not really brown. It's kind of like a burnt orange maybe. And the little horseshoes are cream colored. And we have this print here. I don't like this print at all. I like the background color, but I don't like the print. The bananas and the peaches and strawberries, it doesn't really appeal to me. We have this print here. We haven't seen this print. This is like a cream background with a kind of orangey yellow, kind of like a yellow orange kind of print design. It looks like flowers and leaves and seeds maybe. And then we've seen this print before, so we have it now in the teal with kind of lighter teal specks. Those specks aren't white, they're actually a lighter teal. And then we have this, we have a white background with the kind of leaves and flowers and stuff like that. Now, when I saw this collection online, like I was not a fan. I really wasn't feeling it. It does look better in real life. However, for me, these two prints, they don't appeal to me whatsoever. Now, in a full quilt, you probably wouldn't be able to pick out the design, especially if you are doing 3.5 inch finished half square triangles. You're only going to have a very small piece of this fabric in it, so it might be okay. So I'm going to show you guys the full collection. Let me see if I put these back where they were. So these are five of them. Spread them out a little bit more. I was going to use the overhead camera, but I don't have time to set it up because I have to go somewhere today in about 15 minutes. I've got to go see see my grandmother. We're getting together. My family gets together the second Saturday of every month to celebrate whomever's birthday came about on that month. And my grandmother's birthday was March. And then my, one of her sisters, her baby sister, her birthday is actually today. And I think there's a couple other birthdays in March. And I think one of my grandmother's other sisters, I think, is also born in March. So we will be getting together today to celebrate their birthdays. Next month will be April. So that'll be my mom and her two sisters. Although one of the sisters is in California, so we won't likely see her. But this is the full collection. So we have these 5, and then we have these 5. So as a collection, it does look pretty good, okay? As a collection, it does look pretty good in person. But honestly, I was not impressed by it. When I saw it, like when it came in my email and I happened to see it on Facebook, like I was like, oh, I'm not feeling that. But it actually looks pretty good. So the colors look really good. I just am not a fan of all of the prints. But the colors look really well. So when you cut this up and put it in a quilt, it should look really, really nice together. It really should. But I could see myself doing a smaller quilt that doesn't need that many fat quarters and leaving out the banana print and the fruity print. I could definitely see myself leaving those out. I could also see myself putting this in a future giveaway. To me, the blues really save it. That's really what, for me, the blues kind of saved the collection. Because I like these 2 prints. And I like the berries, kind of how it ties the entire collection together. And then I love this acorn print. So, not my favorite this month. This actually wasn't what we were supposed to be getting. What we were supposed to get hadn't arrived and wasn't going to arrive, and then she was able to secure this fabric, and so she could get this shipped out to us. I'm gonna go ahead and bundle this back up. And then I was just as a side note, guys, before I made this video, I was on you know, in the mornings I like to check my email and see what I got from different quilt websites that I'm signed up with. And I'm signed up with Bear Creek Quilting, and they showed a new book that's coming out by Moda. It's called Rolling Along, and it's basically a bunch of, it's like their other books. It's like patterns from their bakers, because Moda calls their pattern designers bakers. And it was a collection of patterns from a lot of Moda's designers and or pattern designers, and I looked at the book and it looked interesting. It's all made from 2.5-inch strips, and so I was curious about the book. So then I looked it up, and I was able to find a trunk show where they showed all of the books, and there's some really nice quilts in there, like really nice. And most of them use 1 jelly roll, but there's a couple that use 2 identicals. I think that, I can remember one uses 2 identicals, and there's one that uses 2 different jelly rolls. I can't remember if there are other ones, but some of those quilts are super nice, and the designs are unique, but don't look complicated to do. So I'm hoping that once the book releases, because it's on pre-order now, it doesn't come out until next month. So I'm hoping that when it comes out, that it will be, on Scribd. Scribd is a website or an app, whatever you want to call it, that you pay a monthly fee and you get access to many books. Kind of like if you have Amazon Prime, you can add oh, I forget what it's called. But there's a program that you pay $10 a month and you get access to all of these books. I can't remember what it's called, but Scribd is like that. But I like Scribd because it gives you audiobooks as well, and I found that I like to listen to audiobooks sometimes. But a lot of the quilting books that I look at, I'll go and look to see if it's on Scribd, and it'll be up there, and then I can kind of preview the quilt, and I don't feel tempted to buy the book because I don't have space to be storing all these books. I already buy enough patterns. I already buy enough fabric. I don't need to buy books too. So I pay my $10 a month, and I use Scribd. So the next unboxing, this is our GE Color Club, or Goody's Color Club. So the way this works is we get, it's $24.95. It's a monthly subscription, and every month you get, I think, is it 6 half yards or 5? 2, 4, you get 5 half yards. Excuse the rollers in my hair, guys. I told you I got someplace to be. Yeah, 5 half yards. Why did I think it was 6? Yeah, 5. So we get 5 half yards, and every cut follows a certain theme. So each month has a theme. So prior months we had Frost was one of the themes. And so all of the fabrics kind of follow that theme. So you don't get a range of blue, right? Because Frost, all of your colors are, all of the cuts of fabric that you get are going to be tied to that inspiration item, right? So if the inspiration is Frost, then all of your cuts of fabric, or all of your half yards, are going to be similar in this color family. There's not going to be a range where some is navy and some is teal. No, it's all going to be tied to this. So let's see what we have. My voice is a little rough today, guys. Limoncello. So the inspiration for this month is limoncello, and these are the fabrics that we are getting. I'm about to show you them, but she does list the fabrics down, and then she also gives you a list of additional fabrics that are similar in that color family. I like the subscription because it fills a need for me. Right? A lot of times I'll find myself putting a quilt together, and the line that I'm using might be a little too busy, or the line of fabric might not have any place to rest the eye, or there might not be enough fabrics and I might need to fill in. I've done it. I was putting together a fat quarter quilt, and I needed additional fat quarters that mixed and matched, and I did not have any. And so I had to start busting open my other fat quarter bundles to try to find coordinates that I could use to match. And so this club allows me to not have to do that, because I can use one of these half yards to kind of fill in the gaps. So our first here is Spotted Lemon. It's a little dark in here today too. I don't know why it's so dark in here. So it's of course a yellow background, and then you can see some darker kind of mustardy dots and some white dots as well. This is Starlet Sunshine. So we kind of have this dark yellow background with these kind of lighter yellow circles, and then these white stars. This is Toscana in the color Buttercup. This looks very grungy. That's what this looks like. This looks very much like a grunge. Trying to lay these out. And then we have the Jot Dot in yellow. So we have a yellow background with circles in darker yellow and white or cream. And then lastly, this is probably my favorite. We have Quartz in color Lemon Citrine. So it really does kind of look like a marble countertop if it was in yellow. There's a string on here. Let's pull that off. But it does remind me very much of a marble countertop. Very much Stonehenge gradations, if you're familiar. All right, so these are the 5. And this is, especially this color, this is really needed for me because I don't buy much yellow. So like when I shop for fabric, a lot of times I will buy a fat quarter bundle or, you know, some other kind of pre-cut, and pretty much that's all my stash is pre-cuts. And so I don't really have a lot of ability to mix and match unless I break up a line. So I'm loving this because I do have some bundles over here that could really probably use some of this yellow. The Carolina, you guys can't even see this, but the Carolina lilies that I had picked up, that I showed in my January haul, those, a little piece of yellow would look nice in that collection to kind of round it out. Let's see. Because we have the blues, the blue colorway, and the red colorway. And so to kind of break this up a little bit, it would be kind of nice to put in some greens and some yellows. So to kind of break this up with some yellow would be kind of nice. Or even if you wanted to, since I got 6 of each, 6 in 2 different colorways, 6 in the blue colorway, 6 in the red colorway, I could theoretically put the blue aside, just use the red colorway, and then mix in some of these yellows. And I've got some other collections too that could use a little bit of a little splash of yellow. Because I know we've got orange, we've gotten green, we've gotten kind of black, we've gotten the purple, and now we've got the frost, and now we've got the yellow. So that's all I've got for the moment. That's all I've got for today. I just wanted to unbox those, get that out of the way so I could get to where I need to be today. So that's all I have. Let me know if you have any questions, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next video.